What's up, you guys? It's your girl, J Vibes, and we are back for yet again another episode of Unmute and Unwind. And child, let me tell you, I am ready for this drink because we're about to get into it. So I hope you have your glasses ready. Today we are on Ribbon. Anyway, Russian River Valley. I'm going to be truthful with y'all. I have actually never had this. So we're going to be trying this together. For those of you who actually go out and get the wines that I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, screw ya. But, all right, let's get into it. It is a rosé 2019, so it hasn't had that much time to brew just yet. But let's see. I don't know. I'm about to get into it, y'all. See, this is why you don't decorate shit yourself. This is some homemade decoration shit. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. All right, there we. All right, let's see what it tastes like. I forgot to swish. I don't know. I get like pie. I'm getting pie,
okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like a good, like a cherry pie. Yeah, like a sweet cherry pie. It's interesting. I'm going to get into it. Either way, I'm going to drink it. You know that. Alcoholics United. Listen, let's get into these topics, guys. I am super excited to be back. For my Litty Listeners, my, loyal followers. As you know, we went super black last week, and I'm still super black. If you guys can see that, I am black, okay? Super black. However, I am going to try to balance the show as much as I can to still give you celebrity news, but also keep you up to date on the movement that is the war against racism. So let's go ahead and get into it. First off, before we even go into that, happy Pride Month. It is June.
Ooh.
Happy Pride Month to my LGBTQAMB. Did I forget any letters? No one feel offended. Every month we get a different letter. But I'm just going to go with the first four, LGBTQ, whatever, 5. So happy Pride Month to you guys. I will be doing some kind of coverage on that by the end of the month, so look forward to that. All right. So let's talk about it. It is June, and as you guys know, we are canceling the 4th of July. Okay? If you are not on board already, get on board. Okay? We are canceling the 4th of July. The reason why we're canceling the 4th of July is because if you are a person of color, this celebration does not necessarily It wasn't for you. Okay? It wasn't for you. So with that being said, black people, melanated people, brown people, we are celebrating Juneteenth. So for those of you who's like, Juneteenth, I know. It wasn't necessarily in all of our history books. Juneteenth is Emancipation Day for black people. So it happened on January 1st, 1863, okay? That's when the original Emancipation Proclamation was signed. However, in Texas, about over 2 years later, on June 19th was the first time that the rest of the slaves were read the Emancipation Proclamation, in which they were free. So that is the day that we're going to celebrate our independence. And I want to know what you guys may or may not have planned. If you don't have any plans, I'm personally going to Virginia to spend some time with my best friend for her birthday. Her birthday is the day before Juneteenth. Super black, super proud. And we're going to get into it. I don't know, maybe play some Black Card Revoked. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do to get into the movement and to celebrate ourselves. So barbecue then, okay? Tell all your friends, spread the word, Juneteenth, all right? Now, with that being said, let's get into what is going on, because last week I told you guys that a lot of people still have the negative connotation that all of the work that we're doing, whether it's protesting, whether it's staying your ass at home and retweeting shit, whatever, is not working. But I am here to prove to you that everything has been working, okay? First off, let's get into it. We now have a plaza.
Ooh,
Black Lives Matter Plaza in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Absolutely beautiful. Now, before I even get into the rest, I do want to say this. A lot of people are really, really big on, it's small changes. We need this, that. Okay, here's the deal. Small particles make up a big particle. You see how we're like little neons? If it wasn't little ones, there wouldn't be big people, okay? So you have to appreciate the small steps so that you can actually appreciate the revolution when, because it is coming, when it comes, okay? So we now have a plaza. That's super dope, super cute. The Marine Corps, and I'm waiting for the Army, Navy, and Air Force to get on board, has officially banned all Confederate flag display. So bumpers, any flags on houses or Marine Corps, government vehicles that they may have had, mugs in your office space, anything that promotes the Confederacy, the white supremacists on the Confederate flag is banned. So that's another thing. What else did we do, y'all? The NFL want to apologize to us now, and I personally take this a little bit more serious because I remember when Colin Kaepernick was. Honestly, I feel like a lot of times by himself. There were a few NFL players here and there that would kneel with him, but it was completely disrespectful how he was treated, and to turn around. And the reason why we're back here, because let's not get it twisted, this is not the first thing that happened to us. It damn sure ain't the 100th or the last, and I'm sorry to say that, but it isn't the last thing that happened to us is uncanny a knee. A knee to the neck, a knee to the ground, and now the NFL will apologize for them not taking the complaints of the players towards racism seriously. Whatever. Derek Chauvin took his first day in court, guys. That is the killer of George Floyd. Yes, the murderer. That is your name. I will refuse to call you a police officer. You did not do your duty. He faced his first day in court. Bail at this point has been set to $1.25 million. But here's where it gets a little. So the bail is set at $1.25 million. However, the judge somehow negotiated, that's how I feel, $1 million bond on the terms that he does not possess firearms, that he doesn't do any security jobs, and he agrees to stay away from the Floyd family. Okay?
What?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a thing. This is a thing. Like, it's almost like, hey, we want to let you out, but if you don't do this, yeah, it's all good. I hope and pray that you don't get a damn dollar, okay, towards getting out of jail. And anyone who is funding this, your day's coming too. At the end of the day, I feel like he's getting way too much leeway here. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I thought it should have been without bond, period. Does that make sense? So, I mean, whatever. He's there. Right now, he's not out, so we still have something to celebrate black people if you pray, okay? Keep praying. It's working. Next, Amy Cooper bill, okay? So the Amy Cooper bill, the governor of New York City, New York, Andrew, New York and how? We all New Yorkers! Andrew Cuomo is working to pass the, yes. Bruh. I mean, let's give him, can we give him some? You gotta give it to Andrew Cuomo because I see him working, because I'm gonna mention him twice in our progress, okay? Those are the people that you vote for, and we're gonna get into that a little bit later. However, Andrew Cuomo is pushing to pass the hate crime bill, okay? So this is basically a hate crime. When Karens and Stephanies and Amy's call the police on black people because they are simply just, I don't know, afraid in their own selves, that our existence scares the shit out of them, this is now going to be a hate crime. As well as it always should have been a waste of time crime, because there are people that are dying, people that are getting robbed, raped, right, whatever the case may be, in car accidents. I mean, there's minuscule things. I don't even care. Stolen goods, okay, while you're calling on someone who's just literally black. So let's keep that up. I'm going to keep going, okay? I'm hype about it. If you can't feel me, I'm letting you know I'm hype about it. Next thing you know, the strangulation bill, okay? So, as you guys know, among other people, Eric Garner, they just found the other guy's body cam. I'm so sorry, I don't know his name, but I will drop that in our comments below. In Texas, he also was killed by strangulation, and of course, the late George Floyd. So basically what they want to do is criminalize the aggravation of strangulation. So police as a felony, yes. And what our governor, sorry, I'm in Atlanta.
Right.
Oh,
New York at heart.
Right, New York at heart, baby, apple. But basically this governor is pushing because he says these law officers, you know, these people in this position are not above the law. They should have the same practices as we would have. And so if I can't go around strangling people that make me upset, neither can you. Okay?
We need to change federal and state laws.
Federal, state, city, street laws, everything needs to be changed. That's just what it is. Y'all, hold on, because I'm on one today. Girl, oh, that was a big goal. All right, I almost drowned in this man. All right, so another good thing is we are removing, because I ain't doing it personally, but they're actually looking to, is it Alabama? Is going to be taking away the 3 Confederate plaques from their campus that they have. I know a lot of people are looking to take away Confederate flags, anything that has to do with Confederacy. Another thing is Florida is actually removing all their statues. So any part of Florida, they want to remove all of the statues. And here's the deal. This is going to make some people mad. I know. They're going to be so mad. Right. But the thing is, it's time. And if you are not on board, then you are not a part of the movement. And you can move. All right, here's the deal. What else we got? Because we made some progress, y'all, since the last time I spoke to y'all. Okay, so while this is going on, and I'm going to get back to the reparations, y'all, please tell me that y'all saw Janiqua Charles. If you have no idea who I'm talking about, Janiqua Charles. I said, you about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Let me tell you something. Before I came on my podcast today, guys, I'm going to be truthfully honest with you. And I like to be transparent with my listeners because you're my friends, right? You're my Litty Listeners. And the biggest thing is, I think it's hard right now for Black people to kind of find their place. You know, you want to be serious and you want to be active about the movement and you want to be involved and you want to keep it going. And trust me, I'm going to let you guys know the fight does not stop. We got to keep going, keep posting. If your timelines are going back to normal, shake the room. Christian Dior, shake that shit, okay? Bring it back. However, I think it's okay for us to have a moment of joy. So I'm bringing it back to Janiqua Charles, okay? So supposedly she was asked to leave the club twice. And the fine ass, and y'all know, if I say he fine, he cute. The fine ass detainer said, I want to know why you detaining me. Asked her to leave twice, and then we got the classic footage of her asking why she was being detained, and I think it was just a breath of fresh air for Black people, to laugh and bring back that happiness and joy, because unfortunately we have a long way to go, and if we remain in that solemn and in that sadness, it will stunt our growth and how far we can go. So it is hot in here, y'all. The wine that hit me real. What's the percentage? Woo! What I will say is it works fast. And it was under $13. I'm still quarantine friendly, y'all. All right. So, with that being said, Black people, we always find a reason to smile. And I love that about our culture. We cannot be pushed down. We won't stay down. That's the thing. But talking about that, I saw something on Facebook the other day that is kind of on a lighter subject, too. So we know how we have our white girls right now that are calling the hate crime girls. They're being called the Karens, right?
Karen, Angel.
What are we naming our white guys? Because I said Jim,
Johnny.
Adam.
Ooh, Adam is a good one. Brent. Okay, I would say no. Tyler's too young. I would say Jim is the perfect name for Bill. Boom! You heard it here first. They are officially called Bills. Okay,
the Bills.
Bills. But yeah, that's the thing too. All right, so. Another thing that I saw on Facebook, and I'm going to Facebook because to me right now, with everything that's going on, my go-to platform is Facebook. The reason why is because most of the people that I have on my Facebook are family members or friends, and that's actually my more intimate social media of people that I actually really know. I don't let too many people that I don't know follow me on Facebook. And one of my friends, I used to work with him, and so if you watch my podcast, I'll go ahead and tag you. Derek asked this question because he is doing his duty to inform people who are not ignorant on purpose on how to educate themselves on the systematic injustices that Black people face. And so he asked the question, what is a movie that would depict, like if you would tell a white person, hey, watch this movie to get a better understanding of what we face as a Black person, what do you guys say?
12 something.
12 something?
I couldn't remember.
Please cut. No, I'm just kidding. 12 Years a Slave. Definitely. I personally would say when... Mm-hmm.
Sip, sip.
Sip, sip. This is shit's good. I would personally say when they see us.
I haven't
Hate
seen
you
it.
give.
You haven't seen when they... Now, listen, I am not being insensitive to any one of the exonerated 5. That series definitely affected me for quite some time, for some weeks. Watching that, it will put you in a dark, dark place to know that people can do something like that, like completely make up a false story. I mean, from nowhere, just straight up lied.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's no other way. I can't be professionally correct about that. Y'all lied on those young men and destroyed their lives, but especially Corey Wise. You know, to me, there was a disconnect for him a little bit.
Yeah, he had
a little bit of a mental disconnect. You can just tell. And if you happen to see this one day, I am not, you know, I don't want to make it seem like
that in real life.
Yeah, just like a little bit off. And they utilized that because he was the oldest, and they put the most time on him. I mean, this man was raped. He was beaten. He was in solitary for so long to defend himself against, you know, population.
Yeah.
But to be honest, when you're by yourself for that long, especially with someone with that kind of mental illness, just dark. What they did to him. Django.
Oh, yeah.
Django is good. It's really deep, but it does have an element of comedy to it. It's very small.
It's Jamie Foxx.
It's very small, but I mean, it was so good. I mean, when they took Carrie Hilson, not Carrie Hilson, wrong one. Love you too, though. But Carrie Washington out the ground from that hot box.
Oh yeah, she's
and then
how
they used to lay her on the bed. And
she did that face.
Yeah.
That's it.
Joanna just did the face, y'all. Joanna, sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me tell you something. This is my friend, Joanna. Okay, we knew each other as friends, but then she wants to do the same thing I do, and she does do the same thing I do, except she's a producer, and so her producer name is Joe Mines. So if y'all hear me say Joanna, don't you say Joanna, you say Joe Mines, okay?
Right.
All right, we in there. All right, so back to the matter at hand. I do want to quickly go into voting right now. So as you guys know, there were some states that had the opportunity, to vote early, and Georgia is one of them. So for those of you who went out there today and did your part, did your duty, and put your voice out there, because that is exactly what it is. A lot of people have the, mindset that these things don't work. It may be still debating on how they work on the presidential level, but to be honest with you, it is working on your local level. So you have the ability to vote for your mayors. You have the ability to vote for your school board. All of those things if you don't know, I'm telling you. Because I don't want people who don't know to stay in the dark because they feel like they'll be condemned by people who may have more knowledge. So, please, please, please. And if you didn't get an opportunity to vote, don't go, oh my God, oh well, it's over. No, you still have time. There's going to be a second time that it comes around. Do your part. Make sure you guys go vote. With that being said, all the efforts that we are putting in place, we just laid George Floyd to rest today. I record this on Tuesdays just so you guys know. But today is Tuesday. George Floyd was laid to rest today. So God rest your soul. Thank you so much. And what his mom said really triggered me, and it was beautiful. She said that if George knew that his death would change the world, he would have done it. He would have still chose to die.
Action.
But I am actually one of those people who I feel like, if necessary, if I had the opportunity, if I knew that it would change the world, I would. That is just me. I've always been that way. Don't regret it. It is what it is. Now, that does not mean
you want to die.
That y'all just start shooting me, for example, or anything. But no, seriously though, that's just me. That's just my personal thing. On a lighter note, to bring this on down, did you guys? Twitter is hot right now, and I want to read this, and I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh my God, talk about that. My phone case says guac is extra, and so am I. I know, it's cute. Anyway. The House and Senate Democrats unveiled their expensive police reform bill wearing kente cloth handed out by the Congressional Black Caucus. Okay? This is a thing. This is absolutely a thing. If you have not seen this on Twitter, please go follow Leanne Lee Ann Caldwell. She has this information up, but in better news, okay, this bill will ban the chokeholds, which we talked about earlier, no knock warrants, which is how Breonna Taylor died. It will create a national registry of police bad actors, and it will require a national use of force database. Okay, so all those people who have all of those complaints. There's people with DVDs of what they've done.
Like Chauvin. He got 7
pretty much like Chauvin. This is basically going to create a trail so that people can start to document, even though we know that they already knew the trail.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have
documentation of a trail. We know that they already knew, but whatever. We'll take it. Okay, whatever. I'm ending this to say, okay, your work is not done. We literally still have so many people to save. We have cases that are reopening right now. Sandra Bland, if you know me, if you follow my social media, I have been saying her name forever. To me, besides this last event, that impacted me the most. You can't tell me that a woman that was that informed, you know what I mean? That proud of herself, killed herself. You're not going to slap us in the face like that. So that case is being petitioned to be opened again. Kendrick Johnson, the young high schooler who was stuffed in a gym mat. And when they found him, his organs were stuffed with newspaper. Okay? And then they said he crawled in there and died. That's being reopened. And then fortunately for my Gemini twin, rest in peace, beautiful, who was celebrating your 27th birthday this past week. I made it to 28, so that just goes to show you that life is just way too short and you never know. Breonna Taylor, her case is being reopened. So continue to cheer yourself on, my melanated people. It is working, and we never gonna give up. With that being
woman
said,
who died by the 5 white people. Yeah. 5 white people killed her. Threw her over the balcony.
Oh my gosh, yes. What is her name? Do y'all know her name?
I have no idea.
We're gonna put it in the comment section again. But yes, that is another case. I mean, there's so many. Of course, listen, for time purposes, I can't name all of them. But guys, please adhere to. Just listen to me. Keep working, keep sharing things. Even if you don't comment, a retweet doesn't hurt, a like doesn't hurt, adding the post to your story doesn't hurt. Make sure that people are informed, okay? If they have to watch your timeline, let them know what's on your mind, all right? That being said, congratulations!
Like and subscribe.